Hello, good people of the internet. Today we're back playing Let's Revolution because I felt like it. I'm enjoying the game. I figured, seeing as we just did a run, well, my previous video was on the Oracle. Let's try the Oracle again, but we're going to go on to New Game +1. So it gets a little bit harder in comparison. The difference is you have elite enemies, which makes sense, I guess. And in terms of the abilities, you get an extra map, so you get a free action of revealing one dead end. Let's Revolution. King always hides at a dead end, we know that. If you don't know what Let's Revolution is, do check out one of the other videos. I'll probably link one around about now as a card, where I will do a lot more explaining. But basically it's minesweeper, enemies on roads. The Oracle, if you haven't watched the Oracle video, gets money for finishing a level with all non-road tiles revealed. So I have to reveal all the tiles. However, we start with 20 gold, and we don't start with a good enemy takedown attack. We have a stun. We have the ability to work out where enemies are in a column. That's this premonition. And we have the ability to move to a distant place. So we're going to, as much as possible, avoid standing on road tiles with enemies on, or even revealing enemies. We just want to find the road ends, and we want to find the non-road tiles. So easy start, can get all those. This would have to be an end, and it is. We'll head to the smith. And we have a choice. We can either go with Desperate Hour, which is an interesting concept to make things a lot cheaper, or the Ring of Detection. And I think I use this one quite a lot, so it's good to have it early on. The other thing about the Oracle is she has no way of getting energy back naturally. The only way you can get it back is to use the dark energy. However, that will reveal enemies, which you probably don't want to do. This connects to two, so it'd be this one, which means this one's free. In fact, we already know it is because of that. And this would have to be either an end or nothing. Yes. There's definitely one here. In fact, we know all of the rest of them are road tiles. So it either does that and this is the end, and we could risk it, or there's two further ends, but I'm going to say there's just one end, given that it's a small map. And we should get our, yes, 8 gold for seeing those 9 tiles. Because it does tell you, if I didn't make it clear, here it says there are 14 non-road tiles, and I've unveiled 4, or rather the game unveiled 4 for me. So if this is a 1, then this is either nothing or an end. That will go around that corner. In fact, both of these are tiles, but one of them doesn't have to be an end. This is safe to click on. One of these is either a road or an end. So this is an end. We'll head to Gemma's gym. And now we can improve. So we can either move slightly further, which I haven't ever needed to do, or we can improve our Ring of Detection so that it lasts for 4 turns, which I think is the way to go. Or I can choose that I want to upgrade something else, but that's something I like. So we'll go with that. Assuming that I clicked on the right one. Yes, it's got a little upgrade sign. Okay. So this and this are road tiles, which means this is safe, and even this one's safe. And both of these as well. In fact, all of those, because those are zeros. And then there's maybe a bit of a gamble, because this is going to go down like this. And it's hard to know. Well, these are both road tiles, but is this an end, or is it going to curve down there? So either it is an end, and this one's an end. So this one I think is definitely safe. So I think this is where we maybe teleport. Well, there you go. Not necessarily safe, because the road does this and curves round, and this is probably a safe tile. That, or it goes like this. No. So we're just going to teleport down here. Maybe taking a couple more risks than I needed to. It doesn't matter too much. In fact, I should have known, really. I should use this more, the number of non-road tiles. Anyway, we get gold. We lost 1 health, but that's okay for now. Slightly bigger map. There are 5 enemies. We're going to unveil those ones. These 4 are probably... Oh no, these 2 are going to be... But that could still go around there. But if these 2 are, then this one is. Only one of these can be, so this one's probably safe. And indeed it is. And this could be up there like that. Only one of these tiles is, so this one is safe to click on. Again, this can curve around. However, only one of these 2 tiles is, so either it comes up like this, or it comes up like this. No, it has to come up like this. This would be an end. Which means that you're safe, and you're safe, because of that. Then... 1, 2... So this one isn't, because this will curve around like this. So that's 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2... Maybe 3, 4. Or 3, 4. In terms of this one, I mean, that road, it can't go up through both of these. So it's probably that one, but then this one's safe. But it doesn't necessarily mean it's an end, because it can go up like that and curve back round. Is there anywhere else logically that we can go to without guessing? Because we don't want to be guessing, really. If we need to work things out, then we start using that. Definitely these 2. In fact, all of these ones. So 1, 2. Is it just a question of... So this one's probably not safe. In fact, there's only 2 tiles which are non-road tiles. Which is probably this one. Maybe one of these. Well, no, both of those are. And so is that one. So maybe this one as well. Of the 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles here, only 2 of them are. So the other 2. So this may be a good place to use this ability. We can either use this one or this one, but I feel like we'd have to maybe use this one twice. So let's go for the Ring of Detection. So it's saying there's an enemy within 1 tile here. But that one's safe. So we found the end, and then it's telling us that this one's safe. In fact, both of these are safe. So now we've uncovered all of these. In fact, we'll just uncover that one as well. It told us it was safe. So that's good. We've uncovered the end. Is there going to be another end? No, because that will curve around like that and go up like this. That's the other end. So we'll go to the shop. And yeah, so we did that with only using 5 energy. We maybe want another map, because it's only 5 gold. Improving our energy is something I like to do, even though we're trying to not use that much energy, but when you refill it, then you get more actions. It's maybe better on this run to use the health, but I'm a sucker for getting the energy, so let's get the energy. And a map, because it is quite useful when you don't know what's out there. We'll save on the health for now. We'll maybe come back to that. And we shall move on. Chase the king. Okay, so we will start by revealing the tiles which are next to the 0. Including that one. Now there is a straight line down here, but even though there's a 1 there, it doesn't mean it can't curve up this way. If these 2 are tiles, in fact all 3 of these are tiles, but that could curve that way and around like this. So it doesn't mean this one's safe, but I think it's worth a gamble. And again, if those 3 are tiles, then it does curve this way, so these 2 should be safe. And then knowing again that there's only 1 across these 2 tiles, this should either be an end, which it is, and that these 2 are fine. So all 3 of these tiles are, and so's that one. Which means all 3 of these ones are, And again, so it's just pretty much all of those, which means these ones in the back aren't. Now we could use a teleport and go up here and start getting some of that information. We will need to find an end at some point. Maybe we'll use a map to do that. But let's just use the one energy for now. Head up here. This should either be safe or an end. That's fine. And it is. This one's probably safe. Or an end. And then are we stuck again? This one's... So of all those tiles, I mean, it can't do that. Can't come into this square and go down. So, because if it comes in here, it can't go up there. So that one's safe. And what else do we know? We know that there's 2 more safe tiles. Maybe this is the time when we reveal a dead end. I mean, we know actually that 2 of these 3 tiles are the safe ones. So if there's only one of these tiles, so if it's this one is a road tile, then it has to be an end. If this one's a road tile, then it has to be an end. So these 2 are both safe to step on. So that's road tile, that's road tile. So both of these are not road tiles. Okay, so we found all the ends except for the one where the king is. And maybe now's the time that we just use the action. Reveal a dead end. And the king is always the last dead end. So we, again, could risk stepping on this one. But let's just use an energy to do that. So yeah, king is always the last end. We had got all the other squares. So as the Oracle wishes to do so, we did not hit any enemies or even reveal them. Let's first start by unveiling all the ones next to the zeros. Of these 2, one of them's either an end or not. We found the smith. And we can have another ability. Now, last time I did take the lightning because the thing that Oracle is lacking is an attack. And even though it's very expensive in terms of energy, I feel like it is probably required to get something like this. This in combination with some of the, you know, items here that you get. So we now have lightning. If we really need to kill something, and we will do when there are hornblowers coming about, then we have the ability to do so. Anyway, all of these 3 are fine, and then we have a 0 pushing those ones out. Again, 2 ones in a row means that it's either an end, because it's a row tile, or that one is. And it's that one, which means all 3 of these are fine to step on. And then this has to be an end, because it will go up there and connect back in. Or this one even. No, because that will go around like that. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so all of those are road tiles. And because the road will go like this, if it goes up here and then goes there, that will be an end. And it is. The road will then go up. Well, it could just split here, T-junction off and go this way. But we start to not know what's actually going on. So this may require either to use the map, but I think we should maybe use the energy this time, because we have less of an idea. There's only 4 enemies. And there are 2 tiles. So one of them is next to that 2. In fact, 1, 2, 3, 4. Both of these are tiles. That doesn't help us. So yeah, one of them is one of these ones. And so in fact, it could be these 2 because the road goes up like that. Meaning both of them are not safe to step on. Or it could be these 2, but the road could go like that. So none of them are really safe to step on. So that's why we need to use the energy. But now it's telling us this one's safe to step on and that one. And we found the king already. But we do want to find the next 2 tiles. So This one would be safe to step on, even though it's not telling me. And there we go. So now we found all 24. And now we can chase the king, because there should be no other places. Okay, we start by revealing all the ones around the 0. Is this going to be an end? Not necessarily, because it could go up like that. In fact, both of these are tiles, and then it'll probably go up like that. That could be an end, because then there's only... or it just will curve back on itself. All 3 of these are... but I think we need to teleport to this 0. And there's lots of 0s around here. We'll come back to that in a second. This one is either an end, because it comes in this way, or nothing. Yeah. And there'll be a road that does that for sure. But if it comes this way, then this is either an end or nothing. All 4 of these, but then that's an end. And we found Chovy's shop. Okay, strength tonic. How expensive is it? It's quite expensive. I was thinking we could combine that with the lightning. But there's only one use for it. And we don't have a lot of attacks. So maybe let's go with just the energy and the health for now. We don't need to heal ourselves just yet. Do we know more about that then? I mean, it will just split possibly, but it doesn't help. So if that's a 2, then it's that one and that one, but then that will be an end. So we found the gym. You know the drill, pick a skill to train. So we can make the lightning a lot cheaper, which I think is probably, well, also premonition, but we're tending to use the ring of detection before premonition, which is a useful skill if you don't have this, but it seems like it would cost more energy. Anyway, we're going with lightning. I got this, apparently. Thank you. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In fact, all of those are just tiles. Okay. There's still 7 to find. We may be using a skill in a minute. We're going to whiz this all the way over here, because this has to be either nothing or an end tile. In fact, it's a 0. And again, 2 ones next to each other means that they're safe. And in fact, then so are those. And we have now found all of the non-road tiles. We just need to find the last end. So where could that be? I mean, it could be anywhere, because this road could, like, could split here. Maybe this is a time to use the free action. Depends if we can even get to it. Is that or we use the ring of detection? Because there could be multiple ends in here. Well, let's use the energy for now. Okay, so that one's safe. That one's safe. And then, as you see, there is another end there. And then... does that help us work it out? Because this road has to go here. So the split... you know, if this comes this way, this would have to go there. It would have to split this way. Or it could... yeah, it would either split this way and go this way. And there could be a split here. Or, you know, a split here and this could be an end. We might have to just use the map as well. There we go. It was that or use the energy. But I feel like we got 13, which is a good amount for the lightning. Although we'd want to use it in the other order. So we'd use the lightning, and then we'd use this thing to refill the energy, but then we'd want to use the lightning again. It's a tricky situation. And soon we're going to get into hornblower territory. Surprised we haven't seen one yet. Here we go. Hornblower. Reveals enemies, which is just what you don't want. Yeah, these are all fine because they're zeros. That's 2 1s in a row. So we found Chovy's shop again. In fact, we could attack this guy with the lightning. First, let's... Oh, smoke screen. Hide a 3x3. Yeah, we should probably get that. That's a good thing to have. Centered on the hero and gain hidden. Next time you are attacked, you lose hidden but suffer no damage. So I like the sound of that. So we'll grab that. Energy and health as well. Sure. Now, we could use the lightning. It is maybe a bit dangerous to use it because there's so many enemies out there. If you hit another one, then you'll have to, if you don't kill it, you have to hit it again at some point. So it's just as bad as the hornblower blowing its horn. I mean, so we could use it here on those ones, or that has quite a lot of road tiles on it, but then so would that. Could use that. What happens if I attack myself unknowingly? I mean, this could give us more information about the map, but... Yes, and as you see, so we killed that guy, the hornblower, but we've now revealed a toxic plot, which self-destructs and causes 1 damage. So maybe we just take the hit, because it's only 1 damage. Our other options would be to hide, but then it'll just hit us again in another turn. But it's good that it self-destructs. So maybe we'll just ignore it. Both of these are fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. So if that's a 1, then that has to be an end, because that one can't be anything. As I said, we were ignoring the hit. But now means there's no enemies revealed. So we can improve. Oh no, we can get a new thing. Flow state, which gives us slip time, which is useful when there's lots of enemies on the screen. Or fast sight, which is perception to reveal any scenery tiles, numbered 2 or 3 within a line. Is that useful? By scenery, I assume it means like non-road tiles. I don't know why it chooses to use a different word here. Maybe something to feedback. I think the slip time is more useful, even though it costs more. I mean, they're both perception magic, but let's go with that one. May the synthesis serve you. Why, thank you. Anyway, so this one is also safe then. And 1, 2, so it's that one, so which means this one is, well, this one's definitely okay. And that just proves that one is. So that will come down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe, unless it comes back up this way. But that would be safe, because it's an end then. Yeah, so it's not that one. Which means you're safe because you're next to a 0 anyway. And you would be an end. One of you, so you would be an end. Or nothing. We know that 1, 2, 3, which means 1, 2, 3. Does that help us? So either this one, I mean, it can go like that. Or, because only 2 of these 3 can be. So it either comes down this way and goes away, or it comes in, it goes out. This is definitely one, so it's like one of these 2. And if it's this one, then it might be not an end. But if it's this one, then that could come like that. No, it wouldn't be able to go from this angle. So it'd have to just come in from here. Okay. The 3 means this corner is all tiles, but it's hard to know beyond that. In fact, that road probably does come around there. There are only 4 non-road tiles. Can we eke them out from what we know? This would be an end, actually. Because 1, 2 tiles, and the only one else it can touch is this one, which has to be an end. Okay, and if it is this one again, it has to be an end. But it's not. All 3 of these, which means that's highly likely to be an end. Or it splits and comes back. You know, this is an end. Because there's 3 other tiles. So like one of these will be an end somewhere. I could risk it. I mean, I would use the things, but to use it I'd need more energy, which means using one of this. So it's probably better to risk it first. And somehow I found the end. But that's fine, because it means that this is either like one of the 2 cells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one's also safe. And then somewhere in this mass, there is one more tile. Because that's 1, 2, 3. That road will come up here. 1, 2, 3. It will probably split off and do that. My guess is it's this tile. In fact, I think it has to be that tile. So let's use the teleport to get to there. And indeed, relatively successful. Hopefully we'll find another gem at some point. Actually, what I should have done is refresh the energy. Oh, why didn't I do that? That's really what I wanted to do. Having got to the end of the level with little energy to use that, which would have revealed someone on the previous level. We can get to here and then use the hidden smoke screen. One, 2. So it's going to be that one. Probably that one. Only one of those 2. So it's either an end or it's safe. It's an end. Well, let's go to the gem and see what's on offer. So we can improve the staff, which improves the area of effect and applies extra stun, or the flow state. Extra turns of slip time. Do we want the staff? We're not really using the stun, we have attacking rather than stunning. Let's go with flow state, or what we could do is reroll. Let's gamble on the reroll. Okay, so 2 things that we're definitely trying to use. Having an upgraded lightning, I think, is the way to go, because then it does more damage. Ring of detection, also good. Lasts for longer. Let's go with the lightning. Okay, how do we want to deal with this guy? We could, as I said, use the smoke screen. It will mean that we have to re-reveal these tiles, but that's fine. There's an enemy here, remember that. We're just going to move and do those ones. That's fine to reveal. And if that's a 1, then both of these tiles are fine. That would be an end or nothing, so both of those are nothing. 2 ones in a row, always safe. And then safe. And that will be those 2. 3 would be all of these 3. And again, that would just follow that line. That would then go up there. In terms of this one, I mean, that would be something. There's probably another end here, though. It would have to split this way and that way. So there will be another end. In fact, 1, 2, 3, yeah. All of these, there's another end somewhere hidden in here. We could start going to the other end of the map and doing it, or I'd have to use some kind of premonition. Well, for now, seeing as we have the teleport, let's go all the way out here. This one's definitely safe, and that would be an end. Indeed. And we get bubble gun. Very useful, given that we don't have a lot of attacks. If it's 1, 2, 3, then it would have to be that one. So that's safe. And again, 1, 2, 3. But then we just need to find the ends. It's hard to know where they're going to be, because it could be that it comes to here and then splits and comes back. Or it could be that it comes down here, gets to here and splits up here, and splits here. So there's like multiple ends. I think the only way to do it is either to gamble with health or use energy. Or to use the bubble gun, but that only have 4 shots in it. In terms of density, where's a split going to be likely? I mean, here. Like, this corridor. This is maybe a square. Like, it's either going to do this and turn or something. What are we going to do? I wonder if I use dark energy, if it's going to reveal the hornblower that I knew about. Let's risk it by going to here first. Okay, so we got lucky. We know that this splits. Or it could split here and go down here and then here. There could be like 2 ends here. But my guess is it will do this. So this will be an end? No. That's what the hornblower was. I'm clearly stupid. So that goes up like that then. Which means there's no end here. The end will be over here somewhere. Maybe I just shoot you then. I don't have the energy, but if I do this now, reveals an enemy there. Does that help? So if this comes this way, this could be the end, or that could just come and join up here. No, there has to be another end. So that would have to split again, either here. So it's like one of these two is the end, right? How far can I shoot this thing? Has to be a clear line of attack. So if I teleport to here, nope. Found it eventually. Okay, so we quickly run away. Bag the gold. Second last level. So if we see Chovy Shop, we spend all our gold. Hornblower is there and very far away. We want to get to him and shoot him. A 1, so that would be safe. Right. Again, has to be a clear line of attack. Which we're not going to get, so we'll do it with the lightning. And that gets rid of the hornblower and the other one. And reveals the gym. Cool. So so now we should start focusing on things this side. We will go to the gym at some point. You're a 0. And so are you. So it's that. Uncover all the 0s. Okay, so you are either an end or save. Actually, no, because it... Yes, because it can't come this way. It can't be both of these, so... But it can do that. So no, it would have to come in that angle. So the you are... both of those and that one. It doesn't necessarily mean that it is actually okay to go on that one. Because that could come in this way. And then it could be a different line which comes in this way. Yeah, well, let's just assume it's going across in that line. And again, those two. So this corner here is safe. And what are we looking for? 2 ones in a row. Well, it's definitely that's a road, but then if that's the road, then neither of these are. In fact, if that is a road and that one isn't, then that's the end. And we found Chovy's shop. So we have max energy. Energy tonic is very useful. We'll definitely take that. At the end of this level, we will come back and we'll heal ourselves. In fact, whilst we're here, let's just go to the gym. So perception magic can be cheaper, or we can move the range plus. But I feel like we can already move to a distant tile. So let's just re-roll. Omniscience, more gold, but it's not useful now that we're so far into the game. Premonition we haven't used yet. Let's re-roll again. Okay. So I would go with then upgrading this. We still have enough gold for Chovy's shop. That's the only reason why I was doing lots of re-rolling anyway, because we knew that we had the gold. In terms of tiles, there's 2 more needing to be uncovered. One of them is one of these 2. So this is 1, 2, 3. And if it's a 50-50, either it comes here and goes away, or it can't be both of these. So it has to come in. For this one, it can come in and go up there. So it has to be this one, being the safe one. 1, 3, 4, 5. So all of those are squares. And then, well, we know those are all squares, and so are these 3, and those 2, and those 4. There's 2 there. So one of them is on this one of these 2. So let's go around there, and we'll click on the top one, because that will, if it comes in this way, which it does, is an end, which means you're safe. And now we just need to work out where the king is. Easier said than done, I know. So this will join up like this. This comes down, and then there's a possibility of it splitting. So we're probably better to not click on the wrong thing, but we got lucky. So there's another end somewhere as well. That's fine. So this comes down like this. And then again, it will split somewhere in this area. So it's going to be like one of these 3. It's probably where the other end is. Or somewhere in this corner. So we're going to use our perception. And both these tiles are fine, and we found the king. Now, do we want to refill our energy now? Because we're going to reveal 2 enemies, which is fine. We also have a tonic that we can use on the final level. So I think we'll be okay if we didn't do it, but we might as well. Anyway, we've revealed them, but we're just going to run away. We didn't refill our health. That's the other thing that we wanted to do. Okay, not a problem. We have plenty of items. The first thing we want to do is attack that, probably. As I say, we're lacking some health, but we have potions. Well, tonics, anyway. Gain 5 turns of slip turn time, even. Clocks were not advanced, so that was definitely something we will use. So 2 of these 3. And also that has 2, so it's 2 of these 3. Which means it either comes in like this and goes back out, or it comes in up here and comes in up there. But it's not going to be that one, right? Yeah. And the bubble Zuka. Cool. But we need to make sure that we are a free action. Attack any visible enemy, but it does 2 damage. So I should use that on this guy. We want to use the lightning. But to do that means I'm going to have to get somewhere in better range first. If I go here... Well, use my free action Bubble Zuka on this guy, so that it does him damage and stops him from attacking me now. But he will still drop a mine. One, two, three, 4. So it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4. But we know that's a 0, but I can't get to this. I mean, I can teleport to here. That's definitely safe. If I do that, it attacks the king as well. And that guy. So I feel like going up to here and using the bubble gun on this thing. Probably makes sense to do. Another bubble Zuka. We're just going to use the gun on this guy because that will get rid of him. And our main task is, you know, in this level is killing the king. So using the bubble Zuka immediately on him makes sense. And we could do 2 turns first, but let's just move him somewhere else close by. Because then we'll use the lightning. Because we just go down 2 squares and use a lightning, and that's game over. Exactly as predicted. I mean, it tells us the health up here. Apparently I cheated, like I always do. And yes, we defeated the king, unlocked new game +2. Mitsu reveals the king to be a dullard, outwitted by a child. His court abandons him. The great library of Saffron is saved, and Mitsu's mothers and sisters rejoice in her wisdom. We gain the 3 unlocks, and now we have unlocked the charger. Cool. I hope you have enjoyed the video. If you have, please leave a like. If you want to see more like this, then there's plenty other things like this on the channel. And so maybe it's good to subscribe. It does help. So, but yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.